This is John Paul Rye. I'm coming to you from Tokyo, Japan. If you're following Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard, then you know Johnny Depp is in a case versus Son right now. And in that case, we found out that Amber Heard actually beat her own sister, Whitney. But there was a video that came along with that I did not play, and now I have that video, so I want to react to it and talk about it just a little bit. So let's take a look real quick.
You knew it. Did you get in a fight or something?
Oh, thank you. Got into an altercation.
Oh.
I already talked about it. I won't talk about it anymore.
I can't believe Amber beat your ass. I know you could beat her ass.
We're not going to talk about that.
Whitney, truth or dare? Okay, did you really start the fight with your sister, or did she start it? For real, for real, for real.
We're not going to talk about that.
She really did whoop your butt.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, I guess I'm done talking about it.
So right here, you could see her sister Whitney, and first off, you know, they were laughing, joking around, things like that. When I first read it, I was like, okay, it was a serious conversation, and she was examining the bruises, but they were actually pretty playful here. So that's one thing. However, the thing that was mentioned in the article about this video was that you could see one of Whitney's friends examining the bruises. Let's take a look at that. So you see right here, she's kind of examining Whitney's body, and she's kind of like, must see some kind of bruise or some kind of mark or something, like I just said, to come to the conclusion that, yeah, okay, it was a little bit more than just a little bit of fooling around, messing around. Amber must have used some kind of force with her sister there. And that begs the question, of course, if she's going to get that rough with her sister, then who wouldn't she get that rough with? Probably just about anybody. And, you know, this kind of makes you have to think about, well, getting into fights. And when I think about fighting back in the day, it wasn't necessarily always the biggest kid or the strongest that was the most fierce and the most aggressive. So while Amber's not that big of a person, she just might have that nastiness in her to really let it out on somebody. And I mean, this also shows a history of it. It's not just like a one-time isolated incident, because if Amber never beat anybody ever, then it's like, well, why exactly would she abuse Johnny Depp? And if she abused, let's say, her ex-girlfriend in 2009, which happened, and she beat on her sister Whitney, which happened, well, that shows a pattern, and that's really important in proving something, because when you don't have a pattern, then it's a lot harder to believe. For example, Johnny Depp does not have a pattern of abuse or any kind of physical violence towards anybody. Well, there's that hotel room. Oh my God, he trashed the hotel room. All right, that was a poorly timed joke at like 2 a.m. here. Point is, when there's a pattern, it's easier to prove something, which is why the testimony from Johnny's exes is pretty important. Because, yeah, okay, so what? Winona Ryder was 17 at the time, and Johnny's ex-wife, Vanessa Paradis, claims he never touched her. Well, that shows a positive pattern of not abusing women, while Amber Heard actually has a negative pattern of abusing women. And I want to say this, and I might repeat this court case is getting, for me personally, overly complicated. We've got all these little details coming out, all these little snidbits of anger, and all these snidbits of things being said, and I think we're kind of beating around the bottom lines here. And every time it seems like something comes out on Johnny, you know, there's a few little things here and there about times he got angry, things he said, that distasteful text message. It's never really super important. It's always like snidbits of anger. It's not actually out proving anything about the abuse. But when something comes out on Amber, it's actually substance. It's proving the abuse. It's showing she's abused people. And by the way, Io Tillett, who testified against Johnny, actually smacked someone or cracked someone in the face at Depp's wedding. So all these people who are accusing Johnny of being violent, on drugs, things like that, have a history of being violent and the proof is there. So, I don't know, kind of boggles my mind that people come around here and they tell me that Depp did it and he's a monster. And trust me, read some comments. I'm getting some of those. But that's okay. Those are like 99 to 1, so what the hell. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think down below this video. Doing shoutouts, special thanks, things like that. Consider subscribing. If you subscribe, you'll get videos. It'll be pretty good. If you don't subscribe, well, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.
You do it.
Did you get in a fight or something?
Oh, thank you. Got into an altercation.
Oh.
I already talked about it. I won't talk about it anymore.
I can't believe Amber beat your ass. I know you could beat her ass.
We're not going to talk about that.
Whitney, truth or dare? Okay, did you really start the fight with your sister or did she start it? For real, for real, for real.
We're not going to talk about that.
She really did whoop your butt.
Oh, we're not talking about it.
Yeah, I'm done. I guess I'm done talking about it.
Central Parkway in